Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name's Jasmine and I'm obsessed with Halloween. I did this half Mexican sugar skull look that I took inspiration from a picture of a tattoo that I've always wanted to get and I'm gonna get. I'm determined. You'll see that picture later on in the video. I love Mexican sugar skulls all around, and I loved like the black and white look of a Mexican sugar skull with like a colorful eye to kind of balance it out, you know? And then if you want to see how I did this colorful eye, leave some comments down below. I didn't film it, but I could definitely film it for you guys if you want me to. Let me know. Yeah, I want to make this kind of short and simple so the video is not 5 hours long. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, then let's get to it. Okay, so for the bottom half of this skull, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is fill it in with white. And I'm going to be using inspiration from this picture. It's actually a tattoo that I saw, but I've always loved like the way that the skull looks. So it looks like this. This is obviously a whole skull, but we're just going to be doing half because I don't want to paint my whole entire face. One, that would take forever, and if you get, if you party too hard, your face will probably melt off, so. Anyways, so for the start, I'm just going to map out where I want. I did like my top makeup, or like the top half of my makeup, and then I just left my bottom, of my face bare, just because you don't want to put it on top of foundation. That would just make a mess and make it hard to do. So I just started off with the bare bottom half of my face, and then I want to draw out where I want the skull to start. So I'm just gonna take like a jumbo white eyeliner, something like that, to map out what I want to do on my face. And I forgot to bring a little mirror. Okay, now to map out where I want to put the white, I'm just gonna use a jumbo, this is the jumbo eye pencil in milk from NYX, and I'm just gonna kind of outline where I want to color in that white. So I'm kind of going to start off right underneath my highlight. Kind of going to dip down underneath my eye. And then bring it back up when you go closer to the nose. And then go up on the bridge. And then map it back down. Connecting kind of to like my side, but where my sideburns start. Oh, well, that's the best way for me to say that, but. And it's okay if you mess up because this is just an outline, so you can always go back and fix it. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, so kind of like that, just a rough sketch of where you want your half skull to start. Then I'm just going to trace it along my jawline. So just a simple, right at the edge of where my jaw is, just color that in. Okay, then after that, here comes the easy part. All you literally want to do is color in that whole area with white face paint. Again, I'm going to use a Walmart one, which I shouldn't be using because it streaks like no tomorrow, but whatever, we're going to make it work. So I'm going to take that white and just go all in one direction with little swipes to color in that area. Now to avoid streakiness, like I said, you want to swipe all in one direction, whether that be down and upward or to the side. This just helps it not streak as much because you don't have a bunch of like random lines. So I'm just doing this vertically because it's a little easier for me. And yes, sadly, you gotta cover your lips too. I know it's gonna look like a crusty mess, but it's okay, it'll turn out well in the end. I'm kind of going around my piercing right here because it kind of disturbs it. And I haven't been able to take this out for like years, so I just kind of left it there. I probably gotta go into the shop to get it taken out, but who has time for that? Okay, so I brought you guys a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Talk about butthole line. So you can put as many layers as you want to get it as even as you can. If you're using a better paint than I am, congrats, because you're probably not going to have as much trouble as I am because this is going to be really swatchy. But I'm trying to get it as even as I can. The good thing is you're gonna put designs over this, so it's gonna obviously distract a lot from the white underneath, so it's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, so I think that's kind of as good as it's gonna get, and the thing is you don't want to put too many layers, because the more layers you put, the more chance it is of cracking. So try to stay minimal. If it's not perfect, it's okay, don't stress about it. To help it a little bit, you can put white shadow all over this. Wait till it dries because it might be a little bit of a mess. But I'm literally gonna take just the white matte eyeshadow that I have, take a big fluffy brush and just put it all over me face. Okay, now the white shadow for sure helps a little bit, so that's good. I think this is good enough for the base. And now is the fun part, is the drawing out the different designs and stuff like that. So first I'm going to do the nose. So I'm just going to take the black eyeliner I've been using in every video. Definitely recommend this. It's like the best eyeliner, especially if you do designs, the NYX matte one. Okay, so for the nose, you want to do a skull nose, obviously. So what it is I'm going to do a V at the top. Like that. And then I'm just going to go around the top of my nose. So I'm going to do a U on the very bottom. Like that. It's a really easy way to do a skull nose. So you do a U at the tip of your nose and then a V and the center middle of your nose, and then you're just going to connect those two. And there you go. Now you got a skull nose. And then I'm going to take just a black face paint and color that in. Okay, and so definitely wait till the white paint is dry before you try covering the black. Before you try covering it in black, because it'll turn gray like it did on me. So wait till it dries and then color it in. Well, wait till the white dries and then color it in. And then for the very top, you can fill it in with the eyeliner since it's a smaller space. You don't want to get that black everywhere. And then on top of that, you could do the black eyeshadow too to set it. And then you're done with the nose. Okay, then I'm going to outline this top area. So I'm just going to take a black eyeliner. Okay, so taking the black eyeliner, I just put it on the curve of it, and then I didn't really go all the way back. I kind of just like got thinner as I went with it, and then I went thinner as I got toward the nose too. So just mainly on the curve, and then you can take like a black shadow or something to kind of blend that out. So taking a different brush, like a clean brush, I'm just dragging that down. Alright, so kind of just like that, and then if you go too far down, you can always take the white face paint and go right over it. It makes the gray, so it kind of blends that way too. Now I'm going to do like the kind of outlining that cheekbone area right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take the black face paint, move your hair out the way because this is about to get messy. And I want to go from my sideburn and then go up like this. So kind of like a claw shape, if that makes sense. Like this is like a little claw, and then you connect that to one line, and then you could do like a little bitty line right here to kind of curve out that cheekbone. Like that. So you should have something like this. It's very hard to explain the shape of this. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. But like the best way for me to explain is a claw, and then you have a tail to it, and then you're just going to add this little curve right here for your cheekbone. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so you have a rough sketch of it like this. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of black face paint and fill in the middle, very corner for like the shadow of it. And then I'm going to bring that out slowly. Do the same thing for this side. So put black shadow in the very corner of it. Bring it out, and then take a clean brush and kind of just blend that out. Now if you have any lines you don't like, you can always take the black eyeliner and kind of go over the outside so that it's cleaner. So see how this is like bumpy right here? So I'm just going to take the black eyeliner and go over the edge so that it's just a clean, crisp line. And then alright, and then for these little inner parts, you want to put a little bit of black shadow here, black paint here as well, so you could do a little shading over here. Then taking that clean brush again and just dragging that down. It's kind of the same technique all throughout, but repeating it a few times. And then we're gonna draw the line for the teeth. So same thing again. I can't get rid of this technique for all my videos. Same thing again to do the teeth. You want to extend your smile. So same technique I used in my all the rest of my Halloween videos. So I'm just gonna go right about here where the shading starts and connect that to the corner of my mouth. Now this one you don't want to do as like smiley, like you don't want it to be too up. You kind of want it to be more straight on. And now teeth is a little difficult. I struggle with them a lot. So what you do is first you're just going to draw some lines. So I'm going to start in the middle of my Cupid's bow and draw a line. Then about this size of a tooth, you're just going to keep going with the lines until you get all the way to the end of that extended smile. So I would say, what is this? Maybe like a centimeter apart. That is not an actual fact. I don't know what the hell the average size of a tooth is, but we're just going to go with that. And then the closer you get to the end of the line, the shorter you want your strokes to be. Then after you do those lines, you want to connect each one. And I'm just going to do like a little tent shape, just like that. So like a little peak. And you're going to do this for all of them. A little bit annoying, a little bit time consuming, but worth it. Alright, now that we get it looking somewhat decent, I'm going to take, for the shadow, I'm going to take like a mini little, you could use a pencil brush, you can use like a really, really skinny detailing brush. I'm going to take some black eyeshadow and on the very tip of the peak, kind of blend a little shadow in there. So like on the very tip of the peak, I'm going to put the shadow and blend it down toward my mouth. This part is definitely going to be the most annoying part because you got to freaking do it like 50 times, but let's just get it done. So after that, you can always take a clean brush and blend it even more. And then lastly, you want to color in the middle black as well. So I'm just going to go in the very middle of my mouth and color in the center black. Okay, so now that we got the teeth done, pretty much the mouth, all the hard stuff I think is done. I'm just going to add some few shadows. So I'm going to take some black eyeshadow and put some shadows where I think they need to be. So like right next to some lines. Now what you do is you just follow where the outlining is just to bring in some extra depth. I usually always go in like with the curve, where the curves are. Like right here there's a curve. Here there was a curve, kind of like that. And you could add these literally wherever you feel necessary. I'm just putting a few so that my skull isn't so flat. Doing the same thing on each side. Now going back to that picture that I showed you guys in the beginning, I want to do just a couple of these designs. So like on the bottom of his chin he has like little flower petals and some dots. I don't know if this is a he or she. Totally just made that up. I don't know. And then I want to do some swirly designs. Now you can do whatever you want. You could do roses, you could do regular flower petals, you can do hearts, anything your little heart desires, or little diamonds, which those are easy, and then dots. So this is kind of where you can take creativity and imagination and kind of personalize it on your own, but I'm going to do a flower on the chin. So what I'm doing is just little teardrop shapes. I totally was going like this, so I did not do that centered at all, but we're just going to pretend that it is. God damn it. It was looking good till this point. And then at the tips of the teardrops, I'm going to drag them out a wee bit. Then I'm going to take a small detailing brush again and put some shadow. Same idea as the teeth. You take the tip and then bring the shadow down. Then I want to do dots in between the petals. Alright, now I think I want to do little swirly lines. So on the edge, I'm going to do like little S shapes. I'm going to do that on both sides. I want my skull to be very symmetrical because that's what sugar skulls are known for. Whatever's on this side is on the other side as well. So I'm just doing little swirls randomly everywhere. I'm going to do one right here. Okay, so I just did random little swirls, random little teardrops everywhere, leaves. Like I said, you could really take this part and make it your own, do whatever you want, you know what I mean? Draw whatever you want on there. And honestly, that is pretty much it. You could even add color. You can fill in the flower with red if you're doing a rose. Do whatever you want. Add glitter. There's a lot of room to go with this, but the basis of the making the skull, you definitely got it. But I really hope you guys liked this video. Definitely, if you haven't seen my last Halloween videos, recommend checking them out. They're pretty cool. This one may be my favorite, not gonna lie. Oh, and do you see my little black rose? I was looking for the headband because I had a headband to match this because Mexican sugar skulls usually have roses all over the head, but I couldn't find it. So I just put this in my hair to suffice. Anyways, like I said, I really hope you guys like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you subscribe to me. That's a little beggy. Just kidding. But I would appreciate if you subscribe to me and follow me on this journey that I'm trying to accomplish. Like this video, leave a comment. I really hope you guys recreate it. And I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. Enjoy the rest of your October.